City Series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Doran Becker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree.
What's up, everybody? It's Sneakerhead M-Checks. I got the 2023 Chambray 7 scheduled to release this Saturday, July 15th. I also have the original pair from 2006, so I'll be comparing the new retro to the 06 pair throughout the video. After that, I'm going to put these on and step around them, see how I can say they look on feet. Then I'll discuss my opinion on the shoe, and then we'll talk about release predictions, reselling predictions, and all that stuff. So let's get right to it. So as you can tell right away, if you're familiar with the 2006 pair at all, the suede on these is not the same. It's a lot thicker on these where it'll pick up finger strokes if I rub my fingers across them, which is not the case with the 2006 pair. I can rub my fingers across them as much as I want and it's not going to show up like it does on these. And interestingly, the suede on both of these is like equally as soft. Like these two feel almost the same. These just have that suede that reacts more and these do not. As you can see, the 2023 Chambray 7s come unlaced. I honestly feel like at some point all Jordans are going to come, you know, unlaced like that, where they just have them right here. Here's the tongue. It's in that newer Jordan 7 shape, so obviously it's a little bigger, a little thicker, and not as flexible as the tongue on the original pair. And the colors are a little bit more vibrant on these, which we'll talk about more throughout the video. The color on these, most specifically the chambray, which is that light blue right there, they're a lot more vibrant on the 2023 pair. If you look at them next to the originals, you can see the blue is a lot more blue. Kind of looks like a Carolina University blue. And if you look at the 2006 pair, if you look in between like these overlaps here and over here and stuff, you'll see that there's almost like a white line that's like under that. You kind of see it all along here, all over here on the original pair. On the 2023 pair, they don't have that. All those inner parts are completely black. So it's really a small minor detail, but when you look at them beside each other, I'd say it makes a pretty significant difference on the look. So that's definitely going to take some getting used to, especially on this inner side here where there's less like chambray and gray. You know, on the other side, you know, they got the Jumpman, you got this part right here, but on this side there is no Jumpman. This part down here doesn't have the chambray and gray, you know, little spiky things. So there's really just a lot more black on this side. And that white, like, underline, whatever you want to call it, would really pop out from this side. You see how with these, it kind of gives them a little bit more, like, character or personality. And then, I mean, this isn't bad. It's really just going to take some getting used to. The all black isn't terrible. It's just, you know, would have been better like that. Let me know what y'all think. Here's the back. Really no different from the originals. Just obviously, like I was saying before, the colors are more vibrant back here as well. Also, my originals have yellowed a little bit from age. You can see that gray is kind of, I mean, it's still gray, but it's a little yellow. Over here, it's a refreshed new look. So they come with these annoying shits in them. Y'all know how they do the 7s, so just take them out real quick and get these laces out of the way. You got the chambray sock liner, black insoles with a chambray Jumpman. Really the same way it is on the original pair. Nice looking outsole on these. Really like the color blocking. It's really nice to see a fresh sole on these because I wore my 06 pair quite a bit, as you can see, and I'm not used to it looking, the sole looking this fresh, so that is nice to see. Here's the box. Same box that the most recent Cardinal 7s retro came in. White paper on the inside. And here's the box label. Air Jordan 7 Retro, black, chambray, and light graphite. Here's a quick little around view of the shoe. Alright, now let's see they look on feet.
They ain't asked for this, they ain't know they needed it. Nothing on my mind but pussy money, sneaker shit. Spend it all now, get it back in like a week and shit. Collect the work, hope it's grade A, I'm on some teacher shit. Good student, sometimes I chill with the bad kids. Really doing shit taught me more than the class did. I place the numbers on the table like a math quiz. Laces hanging from my sevens like a bad wig.
Just to quickly recap on the differences between the original and the retro pair. You got the different kind of suede. The colors on the shoe are a little bit heavier or more vibrant on the 2023 pair compared to the 06 pair. You can see that here on the sides, on the tongue, on the back, the outsole, pretty much anywhere where there's chambray on the shoe. The overall shape of the shoe is different. The newer, higher cut tongue makes the new pair look like taller. This part on the toe box is cut differently. This white like underline you see along here on the original pair is completely blacked out on the new retro. And lastly, the lace tips. I forgot to mention this earlier, but as you can see, the 2006 pair has the metal lace tips. The 2023 pair does not. They just have the regular clear lace tips we get on, you know, most black laces. See, I got weird feelings on these because, like, I really love the Chambray 7. I love this shoe. I've had this pair since high school. This is the first time they're retroing. And if you've been collecting, you know how it feels. When a shoe you really like gets a retro, you want it to be as close to that original pair or that older pair that gives you that nostalgia. In this case, it's not a big deal for me because I can still wear this 06 pair. When the time comes that I can't, I'm gonna need this retro. And part of me doesn't like that these aren't like quite as close to the original as I'd like them to be. But even with that being the case, these are fire. Like, if the original Chambrays didn't exist and I wasn't comparing these to those, I'd have a much more positive tone right now because I'd just be talking about how fire these are. Because despite the differences between these and the 06 pair, these are still crazy. Like, when I look at these without thinking about the 06 Chambrays, I know a lot of y'all don't like 7s, but I mean, for those of you who do, like, you can't tell me these aren't crazy. And also, in their defense, these really didn't stand a chance in being that much like the originals anyway. First of all, you know they always got to change something on a retro. Always. But more specifically, I really think my biggest dislike about this shoe, not just as a retro, but as a shoe in general, is the shape of it. I really do not like this new Jordan 7 shape. But that's something that I knew these were going to get because we got it on the Citrus 7s, the Cardinal 7s, the Flints. All the 7s we've been getting lately got this weird, stupid new shape. And I could have guessed the Suede was going to be like this too because that's how it was on the Citrus 7s retro. From the thicker Suede texture to the blacked out underlines over here, which were chalky white on both of those 06 pairs, the Chambrays and the Citruses, but not on either retros. Now, I didn't talk about that in my Citrus 7s review for those of you who watched it. It really doesn't make as much of a difference on those because, you know, the Citrus 7s have that citrus colored stitching. On the Chambrays, the stitching over here is black as it is, so that's why that underline on the 06 pair pops out so much. Now, the only significant change on this retro that I didn't really expect was the color change. I'm not surprised about it, but I wasn't necessarily expecting it, like I was the shape and the suede differences. Now, colors on the shoes retro usually do look a little bit more vibrant and refreshed in comparison to an older release, so I was expecting a little variance in the color, but I really didn't think it would be this extreme. I mean, this is almost like a Carolina University blue. It's actually funny. I bought this shirt to match like University blue colored sneakers, and I just realized like, yo, it actually goes with the Chambrays retro. And don't get me wrong, it looks nice. It's just that we got so many University blue colored sneakers already. I always appreciated the lighter Chambray blue if I'm trying to match with a lighter shade of blue than University blue. I like that these did not come laced up. I really wasn't expecting that because that's usually something we only get on 1s and 2s. But like I was saying earlier, my prediction is eventually at some point all shoes are gonna come unlaced like this. Now I'm sure there's some of us that like that idea and some that don't. I appreciate it because every time I get a new pair, I'ma unlace them and relace them myself anyway. So them coming like this just saves me that extra step of having to unlace the shoe before. But I know not everybody does that, so I'm sure there are some people who do prefer a shoe to come laced up. But let me know what your preference is. Resellers, don't even think about it. People do not appreciate 7s like they should, and even some of the best colorways do not end up being flippable. These will be absolute bricks for resellers. If you need any proof, just look at the price history on the Citrus 7s retro or the most recent Cardinal 7s retro. Pretty much any 7 that came out recently, like, you can see a lot of them under retail, and if they aren't, they're not selling enough above retail for anybody to really profit, so don't waste your time. Do not buy these unless you are planning to wear them or, you know, get them as a gift for somebody else to wear. And if you are planning on buying these, you'll probably be able to save a little bit of money doing that if you wait a little bit. Retail on these is going to be $200, but I'm sure a market will go down to at least like $170 at some point. If this video is helpful or informative in any way, I really appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're interested in more early reviews like this or any other sneaker related content, please do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Once you're subscribed, make sure you have my video notifications turned on. You can do that by tapping the little bell icon next to the subscribe button and selecting all. That'll put you in position to get notified every time I put a new video out, and that way you won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody, please stay safe and healthy out there. and I'll see you next time.